Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. Former Secretary General of ASCI Shweta Purandare recently announced a boutique consultancy firm, Tap Again, which is in fact aimed at advertisers, agencies, and small businesses to get their communication right and also compliant with the regulations. With CCPA and influencer marketing guidelines kicking in, how much is at stake for brands? Let's find out from Shweta herself. Shweta, welcome to Storyboard.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on your new company, Tap Again. Tell us more about it. What will it exactly do?
So, Shibani, I have worked in the industry for more than 28 years and in different capacities. And coming from a very technical background, like having done my master's in pharmacy, I started off in a pharma industry. But I have had such a diverse, type of career trajectory has been really very, very diverse. So, having worked in Procter and Gamble, L'Oreal, and then ASCI, I spent about 8 years at Advertising Standards Council of India. Uh, the kind of experience I've gathered, I started to feel, and especially during the last 1.5 years when I was working from home, and I'm seeing so many small entrepreneurs starting out on their own. And I have been wondering from where do they get the expertise that they need? Because starting off a business is fine, but you have to do the right thing. So, be it your product concept, how you go about substantiating your claim, how do you communicate to the consumer? Are you complying with the applicable laws and regulations? And of course, the self-regulatory guideline. That's very, very important. So I thought, why not start as an entrepreneur and impart knowledge? I think there is a huge need in the industry for that.
Okay, and what will Tap Again exactly do? It has something to do with assisting the advertisers and marketers on the current scheme of regulations that are there in place, also the guidelines that regulators put in. So, what will you guys really do?
So right from concept stage, when people are coming to a USP of the product, suppose it's a technical claim being made, how do they go about substantiating it? If they have to say that 9 out of 10 consumers prefer my brand, how should they go about developing claim support data for that? If they are putting out a communication, are there any do's and don'ts that they need to follow? If for food and beverage advertisement, are there any declarations that they have to ensure that it has to be part of the advertisement? Coming to influencer guidelines, if they are using influencers, what kind of due diligence the influencers need to do, or for that matter, even celebrities when they give endorsements. So, Tap Again will attempt to understand what are the pain points for the industry, because we are looking at not just the advertisers but even advertising agencies for that matter, because they are catering to many different advertisers. And in India, if I am correct, there are many MSME players, more than 6,000 different product categories are being sold through this 6 crore MSME manufacturers. So how are they getting the expertise that is required? So Tap Again will attempt to do that. Of course, the self-regulatory principles will have to be followed, but beyond that, the regulatory requirements are very important, because if you go wrong there, you could get a show cause notice from the regulator, and then it becomes a very painful process.
Sticking to that, Shweta, with Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is CCPA, and these influencer guidelines kicking in, what really is at stake for this entire ecosystem, all the stakeholders and specifically the marketers?
So that's a very good point. The awareness level has increased dramatically, and now consumers have a platform. Like CCPA is offering them a platform to approach for any kind of grievances they have. And not necessarily they will go to a self-regulatory organization. They could directly approach at a local level or at a state level. They could approach the state regulators. And a consumer complaint is good enough for the ball to start rolling. If the company gets a show cause notice from the regulator directly, one is they can agree to withdraw the advertisement. But what if the consumer is demanding more than that? if a consumer is demanding that they have to be given compensation, if a corrective advertisement is being asked for. And there are many local consumer organizations which are also helping build the awareness among consumers. So for influencers, it's not a cakewalk. It's not just sufficient to go by what they feel is right. I think they have to look at what is applicable to them and which sector in particular they are promoting.
Moving on, advertisers we have seen over the past couple of years, and I have interacted with you, while you were at ASCI, on how there are these regular defaulters that keep on and continue with their, misleading ads for months put together. So how seriously do advertisers really take self-regulation or regulate all of these regulations and guidelines in general, in your experience? And with so many startups coming in over the past 1 year since the onset of the pandemic, how much is their awareness of all of these regulations and guidelines?
I would like to believe that there is lack of awareness. Many issues happen because there is ignorance. People really don't know what it takes. So I would say that that's the first thing. I will give benefit of doubt to those advertisers. And this fly-by-night operators, I think that's with the CPA coming in, there is going to be some kind of limiting factor being introduced. So they are accountable.
How much time will it take, according to you, for these new players to have and be completely aware of the current set of regulations and guidelines that are there in place? What will it take, and how much time will it take to bring about that change?
So it's not going to be an overnight thing, because reaching to all these players is a big task. And ASCI is doing some phenomenal work now with Subhash Kamath coming in as the chairman, and the kind of communication they have started, and the whole thing about influencer guideline, and they took the industry along with them, and not just the industry, but even the guidelines were open to public for their comments. So it's more like a collaborative mechanism that is coming through. But I think communication is going to be very, very key. And it's going to take a little while for it to reach to the grassroots.
Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us today.
Thank you, Shibani. Nice speaking to you.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.